Hey, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArklateXHomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Friday morning forecast update. It is cold out there, but everybody's above freezing to start out the morning. 44 and overcast in Shreveport, and right now 43 in Texarkana. Also seeing a lot of that cloud cover this morning, but most of us in the low to mid 40s to start out the day here. 42 in Queen. May see a few locations dip into the 30s by the time we get to sunrise, but again, the story a little bit later today will be the rainfall making its way in. We've had a few showers over the past 18 hours or so, mainly up along the I-30 corridor. I've got a little bit of light rain just north of Texarkana right now, and I do think it will stay light for much of the day today before the heavier stuff moves in for the majority of us later this afternoon and through the overnight hours. Visibility just fine this morning with the clouds in place this morning, and the south wind has returned, so it is out of the southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning. So there may be some locations today that actually see a little bit of sunshine out ahead of this frontal system that we have moving in. So Shreveport mid-50s today, may actually make it to about 60 in Natchitoches where we have the colder air, and the rainfall setting up through the day. 40s across the majority of northeast Texas, southern Arkansas, and Oklahoma, you folks that live in and around the Interstate 30 corridor. So here's how it will play out for most of us. Again, in the 40s this morning, we will see some 50s this afternoon with that rain chance really ramping up as we go through the back half of the day. You can see our upper level disturbance now making its way into the panhandle of Texas, and you can see just out ahead of it, that's where most of the rainfall is. So that is the pattern that will be shifting into our backyards a little bit later today. And there's the upper level low, which is just kind of plowing the weather pattern east across the country and bringing that eventual rain chance to the region. I'll touch on the rain totals first. Again, most of us looking at about a ½ inch to an inch of rain over the next 24 to 48 hours or so, and I do think the majority of it will taper off as we move through the day Saturday. So we'll go ahead and play forward futurecast here. Again, a few showers along the I-30 corridor during the daylight hours, not out of the question here. Could even see a little rain as far south as maybe Shreveport as we go through the day here, but again, probably not until after sunset for most of us. You see that takes us to about 8, 9 o'clock here, and that's when we begin to see the steadier rain begin to move in. So for a lot of us, this rain making its way in overnight. We'll probably have a few thunderstorms as well, but don't anticipate any severe weather threat with the cooler temperatures, especially during the overnight here. And as we go through your Saturday, there's 10 a.m. right there, so if you have outdoor plans for your Saturday, I think the heavier stuff will be off to our east by the middle of the day there. But again, with that upper low moving in, it will kind of pull some of this activity down behind it, so we may expect to see a few more scattered showers as we go through your Saturday afternoon. But any rainfall accumulations after the noon hour tomorrow will be very light. And there we go into Sunday, as we do have some drier air making its way in. Should bring back a little bit of sunshine, but not forecasting any kind of precipitation for us as we go through the day. Again, I'll show you another forecast model. Again, this is the GFS, or the American model here, which is also showing less than an inch of rain in most locations. All good news for us as far as the current lake and river situation. Didn't need to see any heavy rain, and fortunately doesn't look like we'll see any, but weekend highs will be in the 50s as well. We do have a bit of a warm up as we go through next week. Should be back into the 60s by next Wednesday, and it looks like a little rainfall, especially south of Interstate 20, will be possible next Wednesday and Thursday.